to show you how to slice a radish into matchsticks or julienne. I tend to put a little towel under my cutting board so it doesn't rattle around. What I first do is I make my hand into sort of a claw, and I tuck my thumb behind. And then I hold my knife very lightly, actually. I've got my thumb right here at the beginning of the blade, and then I'm holding with my first finger right there, and I'm just using the handle sort of for balance. I don't do something like that. That would just tire out my finger. My hand is sort of relaxed. Okay, so I've got my claw. I think you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. And I just slowly go, so I go, I make a motion like this. I'm kind of going down and forward. And I'm using my knuckle here as the guide. So if I want my slices thin, I just guide the knuckle. You see that? Yeah. Guide the knuckle. Use that to guide the blade. And I move it back a little bit each time so that I can make thin slices. And see, it's like a sharp blade. And if you look from the side, you can see that I'm almost using the whole blade. And each time I move my knuckle just back a tiny little bit. Sometimes I do a little sawing motion if I don't go all the way through. So I can see right here like how thick the next slice is going to be. So you can see these are pretty thin. Let's see. Oh, I can almost see through it. Okay, so I'll do maybe half of these. Sometimes I don't go straight down, that's why that happens. Okay, so then I'll take these and I'll kind of spread them out like I would do a deck of cards. I could just use this if I just wanted just slices, but these are for my dinner tonight, and I've made a grain salad, and I like radishes, but I like a little bit of radish in my mouth, not a whole bunch at one time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rock on the tip, use the tip of my knife to kind of rock, and I'm controlling the pile with my hand, but I'm not very close to it right now. But I'm going to do this kind of rocking thing, and if you see from the side, my hand is sort of going in a circle. And as I get closer to where my hand is, I remember, don't cut off your thumb, so keep it back, make this little claw. And I'm doing the same thing I was before. I'm using my knuckle to guide. This time I'm doing it slicing, but I could, do like this too. It's a little faster. Whatever you feel comfortable with. And then right at the end, I just get my hand out of the way. Then when I want to lift what I've cut onto a plate, I don't go like this, perpendicular, with my knife perpendicular to the blade, because I've got a nice sharp blade. So I want to kind of put it at an angle. Can you see this? There we go. Which is kind of the angle it's been sharpened at. And I can kind of go just like that and lift it off. And that way I don't dull my knife. Or another way to do it is I could lift up my cutting board and use the back of my blade, which I don't care if it's 90 degrees, and I think you can see it in the camera, and I just scoop it off, or into a pot or something. And since I'm cutting, I'll show you, I'll just keep cutting this one because I actually said it's going in my dinner tonight. And I want to show you kind of what I do when I get close to the end, because at some point this isn't very stable. So maybe I'll get one more out of that. Probably I would get another one, but well, I'll take one more. You've got to be careful here now. Tuck your thumb back. Okay, so I could do the same with these, which I will just because I'm going to show you. Okay, and then with this, I'll probably just, it's small enough that I'll just cut little tiny half moons. You know, I don't care if they're not exactly the same as those, they're still pretty small and thin. And that's what I do. Again, put it at an angle, slide it off. And that's it. I hope that helps.